is. All right, what's going to happen now for me is I'm going to go ahead and do the first page just as a review. I'm going to write out all the steps. And after I get done writing out all the steps to review you, then I'm going to just go around the room. You're going to tell me how to do it. All right, some of them's division of fractions or division of decimals. And you got to know how to do this. And then the following Monday, you'll get a calculator and we'll just use calculators from now on. But you need to show me that you know how to do it. All right. So here we go, kiddos. Let's go. You should recognize this worksheet from when? Last year. It's the same one. We've already done it once. You should be able to zip through this. That's all this has been, is a review. I know some of you are looking like, what? We did this last year? I saw that, London. All right, here we go. So number 2, how do we get rid of a positive? We subtract. So I'm going to put a -9 there and a -9 there. I'm going to draw a line underneath it. And then I say the +9 and the -9 cancel out. So I'm left with B equals -24. Now, I'm asking you something. Everybody look up. Do I have to do all this right here? No, we've already done this. You're supposed to look at that and say, obviously, B equals -24, but I'm just showing you the procedure. All right, so if you're like, I already got this, and you just wrote down B equals -24, that's actually what I want. I want you to be that good. All right, so I'm number 4. Now I have multiplication. How do I undo multiplication? Divide by 7, divide by 7. At any time you feel you need to jump in and ask a question, you're allowed. So A equals what? 4. Do I have to put the divided by 7 and divided by? No, you don't. I'm just showing you, if you don't know, that's what we're doing. All right, that's what we're doing. So far, so good? All right, now we got to a fraction. What was the word I used for fraction? With multiplications, remember? Reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal is -3/2. The reciprocal, -3/2. Now, the reason why we do that is because then this cancels. So D equals. Now, with this fraction, we do 18 divided by 2 first, then multiply by 3. This is what I'm asking you about right here. If you're not seeing that, you need to tell me, okay? All right, so that became 18 divided by 2 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Negative times a negative is a positive. So my answer was 27. Anybody have any questions with that? All right, number 8. Dividing by 2, dividing by 2. F equals -19. F equals -19. Anybody have any issues yet? Yeah, let's see. Good for you. Did you see how I got 27? Or do you want me to review that? Yeah, no. When you go to Jesuit, I don't want you going in there saying we flipped it. Yeah, we multiply by the reciprocal. All right, multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so now here's where we join in. All right, Maggie, we'll let you start with number 10. Just tell me what I do to both sides. Add 9. H equals 0. Perfect. Perfect. Any questions with 10? All right. Now London's gets to help us with 12. What do I do on 12? I'm multiplying by the reciprocal.
So it would be,
Yes, ma'am. -15. Very nice. -15. You good or not? Okay. Try to get the next one. Beat me to the next one. We're doing the evens right down the page. Okay. Now we got some decimals here, Tosh. What am I doing?
you do +1.6.
Plus 1.6. Now, listen. Let me. Okay, just tell me what the answer is.
34
You forgot. Your 56 is correct.
Oh, fine.
Right, right. 5.56. Now listen, guys, here's the time. I'm just telling you, there's no reason. All right, if you're not sure, just speak up. Right? Anybody have any questions with decimals? Line up the decimals, right? Okay, and we add them because they're both positive. All right, next.
You do -7, divided by 1.4.
Yes. Right? Now, I would like for you to say that's what fraction? Yes, but I don't like decimals in fractions, so I could move the decimal over and we could call it what? Yeah, and then -7/14 reduces to what? -1/2. That is correct. Can you put -0.5 if you want? Yes, but fractions is easier. Fractions is easier. Yes. You can do it however you want. If you didn't get -0.5 or -1/2, you got the wrong answer. You can do it however you want. And I'm just saying, however your brain is thinking through it, I'm just telling you the best way your brain should be thinking about it, right? Anytime someone say 7/14 to me, it would just be 1/2. I don't have to do the dividing. All right. I hated division. All right. I never did it. All right. So here we go. 18.
So you divide by 6 times.
Or we say multiply by the, which is, yes, everybody's going to do 7/6. All right. So now you have to tell me what can reduce.
So 7 and 35 can reduce to 7 is 1 and 35 is 5.
Good.
And then 6 turns into 1 and 18 turns into 3.
Beautiful.
So that's 3 over.
Is that your final answer? Don't forget the,
Oh, negative.
don't forget the negatives like happened on your test. 5,000 times. All right. Everybody's good with 18? All right. Okay, James, what am I doing here?
You're dividing by -2.4.
Exactly. Now, is my answer going to be positive or negative?
Positive.
Right. So now, when I'm looking at this, please everybody look up here. Now, I'm not doing division. I just want everybody to understand that's 168 divided by 24. Do you agree with that? Does that make sense, everybody? Now, how are you doing this?
You would just.
Like, let's say this was like you're taking your entrance exam and you had to do that quickly. All right. I always try to tell kids, figure out what's common that you can reduce by. Like when I'm looking at 168 and 24, I'm just saying 4 goes into those easily. Right. So 4 goes into 168. What? 4 goes into 16. How many times?
4.
And 4 goes into 8.
2.
And then 4 goes into 24. And now I know 42 divided by 6 is. Now you see what I'm saying, guys? See that? That's a good technique. All right. So n is equal to, is it positive or negative? Yes, positive, because they're both negative. That's exactly correct. Thank you. That was good. All right, Miss Cole, you're up. What am I doing to both sides? We're undoing addition. Yes, subtracting. So what is that? Yes. Positive or negative? Yes. All right, come on. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, I can't help you if you don't tell me. All right, 2.2 is good. Okay, let's knock out 24. What do I have here? Which is? Yes, ma'am. Good. Yes, ma'am. That's perfect. Very nice. Negative 15. Very good. Anybody have any questions with that fraction? Hey, you doing okay with your fractions now? Okay. Maddie.
I got 5/7.
Okay, so what do I have to do first?
And subtract 9/7.
Subtract 9/7. Now, are we going to add these or subtract these? Why?
Add them.
You're going to add them, right? So 2 is how many sevens?
7. Oh.
Remember, I can make this 2/1.
14/7.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get you to see. And so now what?
Oh, now you add from negative 14/7.
Yes, yes. And what is that?
23/7.
You are amazing. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Wait a minute. You owe 14, you owe 9. Right? It's negative. Do you agree? You know that. Negative 23/7. Everybody happy with that explanation for that fraction? Good for you, London. Tell me. Because 2/1, right? 2 is 2/1. We need a common denominator, so I multiplied by 7. I multiplied the top and bottom by 7. You with me on that? Now look, see, London didn't know something. She raised her hand. I corrected it. Now she knows. All right, that's how we operate in here. Right? All right, here we go. Let's knock out 28. What do we have to do?
We'd add 6 to negative.
Which one are we doing? What operation is this right here? No, this is what operation? Multiply.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying, right? That means 18 or 1.8 times W. So now what do I do? Yes, you divide. So you got a tricky one. So I'm going to put 1.8 on the bottom. You with me? Okay. So now, do you remember we can't have a decimal in the bottom, right? Now, listen, guys. I want to do this for you. I don't like the decimals and a fraction, right? So how many places do I really want to move the decimal? Twice. You hear me? I want to move it twice. I want him, Mr. Ward. So the top number, if I move it twice, is going to be what? Yes, sir. 612. And the bottom number is going to be, nope. Not if I move it. Yes, 180. All right. Now, what number goes into 612 and 180? Hold on. I'm asking. 2 does for sure. Now, we're going to do a better than 2, though. Add the digits up. What's 6 plus 1 plus 2? What's 6 plus 1 plus 2? 9. So it's divisible by what number now? 9. All right, so I like to divide by 9. Okay, I'm going to divide by 9. So I want you to put it divided by 9 here, divided by 9. We'll do the bottom one first. What's 180 divided by 9? 20, yes. All right, now let's do this. 612 divided by 9. How many times is 9 going to? Nine times, I didn't hear you. 9 times 7 is 63.
Mhm.
So 6. So write 6 down. Right? Don't be nervous now. 9 times 6 then is 50. Come on now. You're just guessing now. 54. Come on. 54. Now subtract 61 minus 54. Yeah, I'm watching you. Just keep going. Just do it yourself. I'm messing you up. So yes. All right. No. 54. Count up. 54 to 61. 54 to 60 is how much? And then to 61 would be one more. 7. There you go. So now we put a 7 in this corner. So now 9 goes into 72. You with me?
Mhm.
68. You good? Okay. So now we have to still reduce. All right. What number goes into, now we can reduce by 2 again. All right. So now 2 goes into 68. How many times? 2 goes into 6. How many? 2 goes into 8. 2 goes into 20. Okay. Now divide by 2 again. Yeah. No. There's a 14. Not 4. 2 goes into 14. There you go, buddy. 17/5. That's a good answer. 17/5 is a good answer. All right. If you have 3.4, I'm happy with that also. Tell me. No, I can only divide by 9 because the top and the bottom are both divisible by 9. You with me on that? Right? All right, that was a hard one. All right. We got 17/5. All right, you could also say it's 3.4. If you actually did the division, it came out to be 3.4. Okay. All right, Noah, what am I doing on 30?
30. Yeah, negative 2/3 plus y is negative 7/5.
So what am I doing?
Reciprocal. Could be negative 3/3.
No.
Oh, wait, that is.
Yeah.
But it's, you have to add 2/3.
Yes. Add 2/3.
So you'd be adding 4/6.
That's right. You'd be adding 4/6. Exactly. Adding 4/6.
Negative 3/6.
Yes.
Negative 1.
Negative. There we go. Come on. Fix the mistakes. Negative 1/2. Is everybody good with that? Because we got a common denominator, right?
Right.
Multiply top and bottom by 2. All right. Now you got the really easy one. All right. How do I do 32? What do I do?
Divide by 3.
That's right. And does 8 divide by 3? That's right. It's just negative 8 over 3. All right, Maggie, what are we doing on 34? Yeah, subtracting 9/10. Minus 9/10. Minus 9/10. That good? All right, London. Or we can say multiply by the, yeah, I'm glad you asked. So here we go. I'm going to get rid of this right here for a second. Okay. Now watch. If I multiply by the reciprocal, what happens to this and this? And what happens to this and this? Now you're with me, right? Right. So now I'm going to put negative 7/4 over here, right? Does anything reduce? So that becomes a, and the 8 becomes a, negative times a negative is a, so I end up with, make sure, 2 times 7. Yeah, but you already told me it was positive because we had 2. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I know. Don't worry. I don't care about that, right? You knew the fraction. Be careful. All right. Taj, you got another decimal.
You would subtract, 1.2,
Mm-hmm.
and then you would add it,
That's correct.
3.92. And that would be, 5.56, or negative 5.5.
Thank you. Negative 5.56. Yes, sir. No, we don't write that in advanced math. You always write improper fractions, okay? All right. Always improper. 14/3. Okay. All right. Everybody needs to listen to me now on number 40. All right. Everybody needs to listen to number 40. All right. You can make a decision. Do you want to divide it or do you want to make it a fraction? I prefer to make it a what? It's just easy.
I'll just make it a fraction.
Yeah, you just make it a fraction. Now, what do I mean by that? Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to divide by 1.4, correct? So everybody good with 1.4? Now, I move the decimal how many places?
Two.
2. If I move it 2 places, that's going to be 399 over what? Over 140. That is correct. Now, the question is, can that fraction be reduced? Well, what obviously goes into 140? What number? But we know 2 is not going to work. Do you agree? Because 399 is not even. So what else goes into 140? Because I don't know what goes into 399. 5 does, but does 5 go into 399? No, it doesn't. 3 goes into 399, but it doesn't go into 140. I would have tried 7 because 7's a harder number to divide by. Does everybody agree? All right, and it's not even, right? So I'm going to see if 7 goes into 399. So I'm going to put them divided by 7 here. Now here's where I'm trying to help you with your division. How many times does 7 go into 39? 5. What's 5 times 7? 35. So how many are left over? In other words, what's 39 minus 35? 4. So a 4 goes in this spot right here. So it'd be 7. So 57. And how many times does 140 go into, or how many times does 7 go into 140? 20. Now, do 57 and 20 have anything in common? No, they don't. They don't. Now, I knew 57 went into 3, was divisible by 3, because I said 5 plus 7, right? But 3 doesn't go into 20, right? So 2, 4, 5, none of those go in. Now, thank you. Because look, when you divide 399 by 7, we would do 7 times 5 is 35. Yes, right. So I'm going to make a 35. Then when I subtract, that's a 4 and bring down the 9. You with me? Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you. And then always double check like Taj, and that means it's negative 57. I'm good with that. All right, that's annoying. That was hard. All right, but that's what you need to do. All right, you need to be that good at the decimals. All right. 42 is kind of ugly. Mr. Carlson, I think you're up, right? So how do I get rid of 4/9? Right, what's the reciprocal? 9 over 4. So L equals, I got a little problem here with 1 1/8. What is that? So change it to, good. Does anything cancel for these? No. Yes, sir. 81 over 32. Don't forget the negative. Anybody have any issues with that? Okay, here we go. What are we doing here?
So you divide by 12.
Yes, now, again, do I want to do the division? Do I want to look at it as a fraction? Fraction.
That, so equals, 8 over 6, and then
What am I dividing by?
2, and that's.
Yes. So we could have originally divided by 4, but it's okay. -4/3 is good. I'm happy with that. All right, James. What do I do?
So for this one, you can add 12.1
Yes.
instead of,
Now, am I adding or subtracting those?
you subtract these.
But count up, right? So Q equals 7.9 to 8 is what?
7.9 is 0.1.
0.1. And from 8 to 12.4.
4.4.
So
Just add 1. It's 4.4.
you're awesome. That's exactly how you should do it. Now let's just like say, man, I don't like that. Just let me do it the old way. Just do it the old way then. All right? Everybody's good? You okay? All right. And multiply by the what? Which is? What, does anything reduce? So your final answer is? Yeah, we're multiplying, right? So you got to multiply these two. That's 8 times 8. And then 5 times 11. It's just 5 times 1. Twice. There you go, kid. All right. Some of you a little rusty still with your math. We can't pass out calculators until we're a little better at that. All right. Now your job right now is to finish the what? Finish the what? Yeah, finish the evens for homework, London. Good call. Good call. All right, finish up the odds. And what am I going to do now while you guys finish up the odds? What did I say I was going to do? Post the solutions. So, yeah,
How do you give us the odds?
I'm going to give you the answers to the odds so you can check your work. You can believe the evens are all what? They're all right because I did them. Right?
Right.
Now you need to check your odds. Right? Yes, I want you to correct everything with the big fat red ink mark on it. Because that means not correct. Draw a box. Yeah, I want you to write it as a fraction. 6 over D. 6 over D is a fraction. 6 divided is a fraction. Because in advanced math, we don't write that division sign anymore. We write it as a fraction. Plus, you forgot the negative. There's 2 negatives. If you would look carefully in the problem, there were 2 negatives. You were minusing a negative. What is that?
So,
Finished?
yeah.
Don't give me that. Go sit down. All right? Don't give me that. He's not done. He's not done. All right.